Straight ahead on CCX News, a small town with big changes and local realtors have taken notice.
I personally think the city did some good things when they brought in like the 5 Central apartment complex.
Plus, a unique connection in Golden Valley between new immigrants and seniors. But first, a Brooklyn Park immigration attorney sizes up the local impact on the president's travel ban making headlines. CCX News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us on CCX News. And we begin today with President Trump's executive order that bans refugees and immigrants from 7 countries from entering the U.S.
Over the weekend, travelers were detained at airports across the country, resulting in nationwide protests and a lawsuit from the ACLU staying at least part of the ban. Delane Cleveland joins us now with more on what sort of impact the ban has locally. Delane?
Mike and Alex, the travel ban targeted citizens of the predominantly Muslim countries of Iraq, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. I spoke to a local immigration attorney who said it's been a busy past few days.
Individuals who have my cell phone were texting me, WhatsApping me, calling me all weekend to find out the new executive orders. How is that going to impact my case?
Marcus Jarvis is an immigration attorney based in a Brooklyn Park office complex along 85th Avenue. Since the executive order went into effect, he's been inundated with calls from concerned people, but has not worked with any local families who have been directly impacted. The Trump administration says the travel ban has nothing to do with religion, but rather is about keeping our country safe. Jarvis, however, calls it an infringement of religious liberties and has a message for those with concerns.
Understand that you have rights as individuals in the USA. It doesn't matter what status you're in. If you commit a crime, the same laws are going to apply to you. Always seek the help of a competent immigration attorney to help you.
Meanwhile, Republican Congressman Eric Paulson released a statement today about the travel ban. Paulson called the executive order too broad and poorly implemented and conceived. Mike and Alex?
All right, Delane, thank you. 4 people are recovering from gunshot wounds after a shooting incident that happened early this morning in Crystal.
The incident happened shortly after 1 a.m. on County Road 81 between Wilshire and Corvallis Avenues. Police say 3 people are in custody. However, police are still searching for a motive. One of the injured remains in the hospital.
Meanwhile, slippery roads may have contributed to an accident in Crystal that sent one driver to the hospital. Police had just reopened County Road 81 after the overnight shooting when they had to close it again at 47th Avenue during the height of Monday morning's rush hour. A small car had collided with a tree service company's truck, trapping the driver of the car inside. Police say he suffered serious injuries. It's not yet clear exactly how it happened, but the car ended up in the southbound lane of County Road 81, and the truck was in the northbound lanes.
A fire that apparently started with a man who fell asleep while smoking severely damaged 5 apartment units overnight in Brooklyn Park. Security camera video from across the street shows the height of the fire at the Windsor Gates apartments shortly after midnight. Buses were brought in for dozens of residents who were evacuated. The fire department says they were there within a couple of minutes of getting the call, but the fire was burning for a while before the call was made.
The individual tried to put the fire out himself, actually took the material that was on fire, put it in a dumpster. That's how we had the dumpster fire, and then realized he had still had a fire going inside the apartment, so that was a delayed response, calling 911, getting us there to the scene.
2 people were injured, including a resident who had minor burns and a firefighter who was treated and released for a knee injury. The Red Cross is helping 5 residents whose apartments were damaged.
2 TCF bank branches, one in Brooklyn Park, another in Brooklyn Center, are slated to close this spring. They are among 10 closures that will occur at branches inside Twin Cities Cub Food stores. The exact date is April 14th. And company officials say money saved from the closings would be used to invest in digital banking, seen as the future of the industry. Meantime, the small city of Osseo is experiencing a big resurgence in its business community.
In this week's Business Matters report, Osseo is starting to reap the rewards of some new developments.
We've got that small city vibe right in the middle of kind of some bigger cities.
In a city that's long embraced its small town feel, there's forward momentum that has some taking notice.
At least along Central Avenue, there's
Yes.
very few available spots now.
St. Paul Original Red Savoy Pizza is the latest to move into Osseo, opening in early February in one of the few spots open along Central Avenue. And that's not the only change.
If you drive down Main Street, you can see it's a younger group that's walking around Main Street, hitting the local shops, restaurants, environments, and that's great to see.
The $25 million 5 Central apartment complex is literally changing the face of Osseo, with its 140 units just steps away from the city's main business district.
Having people who are a block away from your business right in downtown is something that is very attractive to business owners.
City Administrator Riley Grahams has noticed a change too. As new businesses find success along Central Avenue, he's fielding requests from developers eyeing spots with potential.
Tenant vacancies are going down. New businesses are coming to town. We've had a lot of interest in additional redevelopment of some of our existing properties, so I think things are really going really well.
And Osceo's momentum is helping to spur swift home sales, says area realtor Jared Peterson.
The houses are moving very fast that list in Osseo, and there are several periods in 2016 where there was no home for sale in Osseo.
He knew positive changes were afoot when he recently overheard a conversation comparing Osseo to another successful downtown.
She said, "Mom, this downtown Osseo reminds me so much of downtown Wayzata." And I just love that quote. So if they can keep that going, they have got a good thing going for the city of Osseo.
Osceo's 5 Central apartment development opened in 2 phases in 2014 and in 2015. Coming up, a special bond formed in Golden Valley between seniors and new immigrants.
And then later in sports, Maple Grove looks for a little revenge as they face Park Center in boys basketball.
But first, a chance for more light snow on Tuesday.
Welcome back. Over the weekend, a successful fundraiser to help families of local soldiers. On Sunday, Beyond the Yellow Ribbon Quad Cities, which consists of Golden Valley, Robbinsdale, Crystal, and New Hope, raised more than $2,600 during its annual bowling fundraiser at Doyle's in Crystal. For $20, folks got to bowl 3 games and have lunch. There was also a raffle and other prizes. Beyond the Yellow Ribbon Quad Cities started in 2014 to help military families with things like household chores and childcare while their loved ones are away. Well, for the past 3 years, adult immigrant students from the Crystal Learning Center have been visiting a Golden Valley senior living facility.
Both sides have learned a lot from these visits, and as Eric Nelson reports, that's not all that's been gained.
Anybody who reaches out to these people, immigrants who have come in, is going to be blessed.
It's a unique union. Recent immigrants
They are so glad to be in America.
bonding with seniors who have called America home their entire life.
People here are very nice. They try to understand us.
Immigrants from the Crystal Learning Center come to Covenant Village, hoping to learn about the U.S. from people who grew up here.
It's good for improve my English, but it's very important learning English because I live in U.S.
Try to get them to talk about their home country because they really want to learn English. And to learn English, you need to talk. And you need somebody talking to you.
The student-senior interaction has been invaluable for these immigrants and has helped them transition into their new country.
We've had rave reviews from our student participants and then the seniors as well, and those people at Covenant Village.
One byproduct of these meetings is this memory quilt, which has special meaning for both the students and the seniors.
The quilt is special because it captures the students' unique memories about either a place or a person that they wanted to memorialize on their little square.
From intimate conversation to making a quilt, an airtight bond has been created between the two groups.
We try to help them learn what it's like living in America.
The students have learned plenty about U.S. culture and have even discovered some surprising things.
They find it incredible that our children are not with us, taking care of us.
In Golden Valley, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
Bye. The Crystal Learning Center received a grant for this program, which hopes to build community and expose the students to jobs in the senior care field. Coming up, a great kindness challenge that extends into Crystal.
But first, a former Hopkins hockey star is an all-star in the professional ranks. John Jacobson has that and more coming up next in sports.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. Former Hopkins High School hockey standout Travis Boyd is playing professionally now in the American Hockey League, and he'll skate this week in the AHL All-Star Challenge. Boyd is in his third season with the Hershey Bears, the top affiliate of the Washington Capitals. Number 15 Boyd has 10 goals and 38 points so far this season. Boyd started Hopkins for 2 years before going to the U.S. National Development Program in Ann Arbor. Following that, Boyd played 4 seasons for the Gophers, tallying 19 goals and 22 assists as a senior. The AHL All-Star Challenge is Monday night in Allentown, Pennsylvania. In high school boys basketball, second-ranked Maple Grove looked to avenge its only loss so far when the Crimson placed host to Park Center. The Pirates' Lucini Camara takes the dribble handoff, pops a 3 from the top of the key, and it's 11-10 Park Center early in the game. Maple Grove goes on a run. Brad Davison pulls up and rattles the 3 home on his way to a 24-point night. Their lead grows into double figures. Gare Iwafata drives, delivers a great pass to Ryan Bredensteiner for the layup, and it's 29-17. Park Center comes back a bit. Derek Ogechi gets the return pass from Jarius Cook for the layup. Park Center down by 8 at halftime. Second half, the Pirates get an easy one on the inbounds play. E.J. Purnell wide open for the layup. But Maple Grove keeps coming. Iwafata with the block. And then Tawan Pickford takes it all the way for a layup plus a foul as the Crimson go up 46-35. Pickford scores a game-high 25 points. Maple Grove executes well down the stretch, and they beat Park Center. 70-57 is the final. Fourth-ranked Wayzata is still unbeaten. The Trojans took care of business against Lake Conference rival Minnetonka. Trojans looking for their 15th straight win. Drew Gallinson, shot fake from the corner, drives and lays in 2. Wayzata leads for good at 4-2. Gavin Baumgartner had the hot hand in the first half. This is one of his 5 3-pointers, and it puts Wayzata up by 8. In transition, Jacob Benega passes ahead to Ryan Lindbergh, who steps back and knocks down the jumper, and the Trojans lead at 33-17. Benega with another assist here. He'll dish to Mitchell Faust in the lane for 2 of his 8 points. Wayzata takes a 49-25 lead into halftime. Second half, Alex Jensen with a long outlet pass to Baumgartner, who spins and scores 2 more of his game-high 23 points. Wayzata goes on to win 76-56. The Trojans play at Edina on Tuesday. The regular season is winding down in girls hockey. Section tournament playoffs begin late next week. In the Lake Conference, it was senior day for Wayzata Saturday at the Plymouth Ice Center as the Trojans skated for a season sweep of the Hopkins Park team. Highlights from this one. Kylie Hanley carries it up the left wing and then cuts across to the front of the net and tucks away a power play goal here. It's 1-0 Royals after 1 period. Second period, and on the rush for Wayzata, Sophie Urban's pass deflects to the trailer. Emily Wisniewski for the goal. This game is tied up 1-1 through 2 periods. Hanley, though, is tough to stop. Third period, she'll speed up the right side, pops in this shot for a goal, and Hopkins Park retakes the lead. 3 minutes later, Mary Gleason delivers a nice pass onto Hanley's stick, and she'll cut back to score her 3rd of the game, and Hopkins Park beats Wayzata 3-1. In boys hockey, Champlin Park played at home. They faced Irondale. First period, Derek Roberts coming down the wing. He'll pass to Samuel Schuster, who shot his stop, but Cole Julian is there to score on the rebound, and it's a 1-0 game. Second period, Rebels goalie Brennan Boynton comes up with a big stop on the Knights' Tanner Escrow to keep it 1-0. Irondale would later tie it, and the game still tied 1-1 late in the third period, and the Rebels start scoring. Roberts with a great shot from the circle puts Champlin Park up 2-1. And then Brady Swanstrom will come down with a rush. His shot will completely miss the net, but the puck comes off the end boards right back to him for the shot and goal to make it 3-1. The Rebels will add one more. Jordan Eckert will score. Champlin Park scores 3 goals in the final 7 minutes, and they win it over Irondale. 4-2 is the final. And that's it for sports. Mike and Alex, back to you.
Wow, all right, thank you. Still ahead, a Crystal Elementary School takes on a challenge about kindness.
We'll be right back.
Well, if you've never been freezing for a reason, now's your chance. This Saturday is the Maple Grove Polar Plunge at Fish Lake Regional Park. The plunge begins at 1 p.m. The annual event raises money for Special Olympics Minnesota. To sign up, visit plungemn.org. Last year, more than 600 brave souls signed up and took the plunge, raising approximately $200,000. Well, kindness matters, and that's the message from students and staff at Neal Elementary in Crystal.
The school is participating in the Great Kindness Challenge. Reporter Sonia Goins has more.
Staff and community leaders cheered and high-fived students as they walked through the doors of Neal Elementary on Monday morning. The so-called Kindness Tunnel put a lot of smiles on students' faces.
It was a fantastic way to say good morning, a fantastic way to share some love with these students.
Today was day 1 of the Great Kindness Challenge. The worldwide campaign is aimed at preventing bullying.
We want our students to really understand that being kind can make change.
There are many events planned throughout the week. Students are also given a checklist of things they can do to be nice to others. The goal is to keep up the effort long after the campaign is over.
We want them to understand that kindness, true, genuine acts of kindness can change not only themselves, but their community, other people, and really eventually the whole world.
In Crystal, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
The Student Council is also talking to students and staff about ways to be kind in the community. That is a good way to start the day, I would say.
And start on Monday morning?
Absolutely.
And Sonia was also part of that
She took part in the tunnel, yes.
We could all use a little more of that, yeah.
That does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
And we'll see you back here again Tuesday, starting at 4.